hello. You guys are here because you wanted to hear my most craziest drunk story, and I am gonna tell you my most craziest drunk story. So let's get to it. So, I was bored in my room, alone one night, like every other night, and then I post about how bored I am, and then I have this one friend of mine that swipes up, and then she says, bro, one day we should go out clubbing, right? And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do that. I'm down. She's like, wait, tonight? And then I was like, well, I didn't say tonight, but I'm down tonight. So then, long story short, we agreed to meet up and hang out. So we go to a club, and then, you know, this club has like multiple rooms. Like it has like literally multiple like music rooms. Like it has, you know, your Mexican music, it has your pop music, it has your like I don't know what other room, but like it had a lot of rooms, man. Had a lot of rooms. Had like a outdoor room also. Like it was pretty big. So then me and her finally find the room that we're wanting to you know, jam out in and drink to, and which is obviously the English music room, right? The pop stuff, the rap stuff, all that stuff. And then we start getting drinks. We pre-gamed in my car before we went in, so we pre-gamed pretty good. And then we were getting drinks, and then I'm noticing all of these fine girls, like all these fine women, like, bro. And then I ask her, I'm like, oh, well, seeing any like men here that you like or not? And she was like, no, there's not really a lot of attractive guys. I'm like, I'm like, yeah, that sucks. Sorry, I'm really doing this pizza right now. I'm at the bar table. My friend is dancing with him, is, you know, having a great time.
She likes her girlfriend.
And she's like the prettiest one out of her friends. They're all cute, but to me, she's the prettiest. They all got their drinks, and then they went to this table. And then I was still at the bar table, ordering more drinks, talking to the bartenders and stuff, you know. And there's like 5 of them. So at one point, like 3 of them leave, and it's just her and another friend. And I go up to her, and then I'm just like, hey, I just wanted to say, I think you're like really, really pretty, you know, you're really beautiful, and I like your dress and stuff. And she's like, oh, thanks, I appreciate it. I was like, yeah, of course. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go get a drink. That's all I said. And then I go back to the table, the bar table, and then like 10 minutes later, like 10 minutes later on there, she stops in by me. She like stands next to me, and she orders a drink herself, and then she asks me, how's my night? And I'm like, oh, it's going pretty good, not bad. I was like, I'm here with my friend, she's over there dancing with these girls that she just met. And she was like, oh, why aren't you dancing? And I was like, oh, well, I mean, I was like, well, I don't really dance. And I was like, and I'm mostly here for the drinks. And then she was like, mostly here for the drinks, huh? She's like, She's like, I think you're lying a little bit. And I was like, oh yeah. I was like, maybe a little bit. I was like, maybe a little bit, but I was like, who knows? Right? I mean, like, yeah. Like, obviously for the girls too. And then she was like, yeah, I know. And then I was like, have you seen any like guys you like in here? And she was like, yeah, I've seen like a couple, but like she was like not nearly like as good looking as this one guy. And I was like, and I was like, point out the dude, right? I turned around from the table. I was like, yeah, point out the guy, right? And I'm looking around, and then I look back at her, and she's just like looking at me, and I'm just like, It's like, your boy looks a little attractive. So then obviously I knew she was into me, and then she starts, why am I fucking up my words? Then she starts buying us drinks. And then she bought a total of like 2 shots, and it was like 3 mixed drinks, specifically AMFs. Then we were talking, she was really cool. name is Sierra. She's really beautiful, really nice. Hold on. Anyway, so we're drinking, right? We're drinking more and more, and then I was like, "This is my first time here. You want to experience some of the other rooms with me?" She's like, "Oh, it's not really that great." And I was like, "Oh, I mean, I just want to experience it though." She's like, "Okay, yeah, I'll go with you." And then I'm leaving, and she looks at her friends. You know, she's like be right, like signaled like be right back. Like I saw the mouth movement, I read her like mouth pretty good, and I noticed that she said like, you know, be right back. So I was like, okay, she's cool. She's cool. She's down to check, you know, help me explore this nightclub, right? So then, you know, we're checking out every room. Yeah, like they were alright. They weren't playing really music that I knew and stuff. And then we went to this this room next to the one we were at, and then they were just playing solid throwbacks. And me and her were just like, "Bro, do you fucking know this song?" Like, "Yeah, I know this song." We do so fun. We were dancing and everything, and then we were getting really, really, really close with each other. And then eventually, we started making out on the dance floor. And then you hear people in the crowd, you know, kind of oh shit, like, oh, I didn't get a room, you know, like shit like that. So then, this is where it got like pretty crazy. So then we started making out. We go outside for a little bit. We're talking, kissing back and forth here and there. Like we're sitting down, and then she takes me to like we're going through the other rooms to where the entrance is at to get into the club. And okay, so for this entrance, when you walk in, it's completely dark, especially on the right side. There's like this corner, completely dark, like it's so dark. At least from when I went there, you know, but it was dark. And we were wearing black clothing, so it's like you couldn't see anything, you know. So then she like leads me by the hand, you know, she like grabs my hand and leads me by the hand. We go through the first room, and we go by the entrance, and we just start making out in that dark corner where you can see people just walk in and walk out, walking. Like, bro, we were making out hard. We were like, you know, being all aggressive on each other, rubbing each other, blah 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 blah. You know, good stuff. And then she just, you know, she's up here, and she just. And if you don't know what that means, then, well, the most educational term is oral sex. I got a blowjob by the entrance of a nightclub, and nobody could see me or her. I was watching people go back and forth, leaving, entering. Still shocked to this day, because that's like the literally the most public thing I've ever done. It ended off being like, okay, well, yeah. Like, I'll talk to you a little later, like, I'm gonna go back to my friend. He's like, yeah, sure. I was like, I'll go catch up with my friend. And my friend was, you know, dancing it out, drinking with the girls. And then we left later on, you know, we left. Then I got home and thought about it all night, and it was crazy, man. That was the craziest thing. Will I ever do something like that again? Not on my to-do list. Not really thinking about it ever, but I don't know. I mean, if you guys enjoy the story, thank you guys so much for listening. Like, to my craziest, like, experience, you know, my drunk experience. Maybe it wasn't that insane for you guys. Maybe, I don't know, maybe if you're of age and you drink and you had a crazier experience, then by all means let me know in the section below. Like, let me know. I want to read your crazy drunk story, your craziest one. I want to read it. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty intense for me. Probably not so crazy to you. Or maybe it was really intense for you. I don't know. Your opinion is valid. Please comment your craziest story below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. If you didn't, it's all good. Click off the video. Or if you didn't like it at all, just leave a dislike, either or. Feedback is appreciated. But yeah, that's it for this story. If you're gonna go to a club,
Dude, I just had the second
and if you plan on sleeping with someone, just do it at your place. Bit of privacy. Yeah, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate ya. Thank you for the time. In case nobody told you today, you're very beautiful. Especially you, men. Alright guys, later.